Hey y'all, in this video I want to talk to you a little bit about the resume assignment. We're at the course homepage and it looks a little different than what you can see because I've unpublished Professor Neff's modules. This is called the module view. And so if we just scroll down, and here we've got my modules. Last week you should have done the pre-writing analysis reading. This week you should be finishing up resume writing reading. If you have any questions, ask them in the Q&A. And then as soon as I finish this video, the resume assignment and the Q&A will be available. So let's click on this. And here's the assignment. When you're ready to submit, you will come here to submit the assignment, but first let's read the assignment information. Okay, good, it's a download. So you can open it up and you can see you're looking for a job that's currently being advertised. I guess it doesn't have to be full-time. You can approach this in a couple ways. One way is you can look for a job that you could apply for now, an actual job you hope to get. And another way to approach it is you can look for something that you hope to be able to apply for when you complete your degree. You're going to write your resume targeting in the job, and you're going to turn in your one-page resume, and it's very rare that you'll need to go on to a second page. And you're also going to turn in the text of the job advertisement with keywords highlighted. If you don't turn this in, you get -5, because one of the things I use to grade the content of your resume is if you've targeted the job keywords with keywords in your resume. If you turn in the ad but the keywords aren't highlighted, that's -2. And then basically what I did is I went through and spelled out exactly how I'm going to grade your resume, and this is a fairly extensive list based on the reading. So all I basically did was pulled out and outlined the key pieces of the reading. So you can see I'm going to grade you on the format, I'm going to grade you on the page design, I'm going to grade you on the content, and some other things. It tells you not to list references. And so you can see the page numbers I'm referencing here. So this would be a good place to start kind of looking through the book and seeing what I've picked out of the book to emphasize. Okay, so that's the assignment. It's pretty straightforward. Write a resume that you could use to apply for a job with and submit it and the actual job posting. And in a couple weeks, you're going to do a cover letter for the same job. And the second thing is the rubric. So a rubric is a set of criteria that I use to grade your work. And so you can see, first of all, the penalties for not turning in the job ad or turning it in without the keywords highlighted. But if you look here, I'm grading the formatting. I'm grading the information in the heading or the header of your resume. And the book shows you exactly what this should look like, how it should be formatted, what information should be included. A really simple thing is students will include their email, but it won't be professional. So make sure you have a professional email address. One thing that a lot of students get wrong is this objective qualification summary or professional profile. You should check that section of the book to find out what you're supposed to include there. Some really basic things in the education. You do not list your high school information no matter what. You list your anticipated degrees and dates of graduation. You list your current GPA. And if you list courses, they're separate from they separate you from the competition. There is a work section on the resume, or you could list volunteer and extracurriculars if you don't have work experience. There's a capabilities section that is not repeating what you included in the work experience section. This is explained in your book. There's an activities and accomplishments section that are relevant to the job and not work experience. And then I'm going to grade, is your resume clear, concise, and is key information emphasized? Did you use the right font size and bolding for the heading? Did you separate sections, use consistent formatting? I'm going to grade the use of bullets. You have to have at least a 1-inch margin on all sides. Don't do a 0.3 margins to try to fit everything on one page. And I'm going to judge your misspelling and typos. Now, as I already kind of mentioned, everything that I've just gone over in the assignment information and in the rubric comes straight from the book. So everything that I'm asking you to do is specifically outlined and explained in the book. I've given you a breakdown of that and then the rubric that I'll use to grade you. So what would be really smart would be to write your resume, follow the guidelines as closely as you can, print out the rubric, print out your essay, and bring it to the writing center. Ask them to critique your resume using the rubric. Or go to somebody really smart. Ask them to critique your resume using the rubric. Bring the book along so that in case they ask you what something on the rubric means, you can point them to the page number if you can't explain it yourself. So that's pretty much it for the assignment. If you have any questions, let's go back to the main page. If you have any questions, you can ask it in the Q&A about the resume assignment, and I will answer them as soon as I can. The resume assignment is due Sunday, March 11th. That's a week from this coming Sunday at, I believe, 11:59 p.m. All right, hope everything is going well for y'all. Let me know if you have questions, and I'm looking forward to reading your resumes.